at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
First carry from a collegiate star here in Wisconsin, it's Jonathan Taylor.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Again, it's Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 49 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Joe Tryon
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Vita Vea, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
No score after one on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 108 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Fields.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a 2nd NFL interception for him. And he is looking the part here in year 1.
And normally, I mean, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. This young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Rodgers.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
He's got his man, Thornton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones
From 4 yards out.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger. And great.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Out left and complete to Thornton.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Bucs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, now Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tonyan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, we talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Running left, Taylor.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers going to try and run.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They run once more with Taylor.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a give to Taylor. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. the shotgun. It's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
On first down, Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. An inside give to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so on.